Greetings of the day, dear students. In this video, we are going to discuss about the operational amplifier, and we will discuss about its introduction. We will see its introduction. What are the terminals we are having? What are the different areas? In what are the different areas we are going to apply or use this op amp? And also we will discuss about its circuit symbol and what about its high open loop gain impedances and output impedances, input impedances, and also we will see its power supply connection with respect to the different pins we are having out of 8 pins. What are the different pins we are having, and how should be the this connection? All those things we are going to discuss in this video. What are the different pins we are having? All those things we will discuss in this video, right? Dear students, please observe that with respect to the op amp, basically it is a multi-terminal device and which is internally very quite complex. This op amp, its full form is operational amplifier. It is a multi-terminal device, right, whose internal circuitry is very quite complex. Op is a multi-terminal device, right, which is internally very quite complex, right? Next one is the this op amp is mainly used for the amplification of the AC and DC input signals. Therefore, it is extensively used in the signal conditioning or filtering purpose, or to perform some mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, or some integration or differentiation operations. In all those things, we are going to use the operational amplifier. And another important application is the it is basically or fundamentally a voltage amplifying device, right? uh, Designed to be used with the some external feedback components will be used most of the times. Along with the op amp, we are going to use some capacitors between its input and output as a feedback components. So the feedback components here in this context with respect to the op amp will be the most of the times resistors and capacitors will be used as the feedback components. And also we are going to use this op amp in the number of electronic applications like audio and radio communication systems, and also in the medical electronics equipment, and also in the instrumentation and control purpose sake also we are going to use this operational amplifier. So out of this entire discussion, the key points are: it is a multi-terminal device, right? Its main purpose is to amplify the AC and DC input signals, right? And also it is a voltage amplifying device. And coming to its circuit symbol, this is the circuit symbol. You can observe it is, of course, it is going to have 8 pins. Out of those 8 pins, this third pin, which represents the non-inverting terminal, second pin represents the inverting terminal, right? And the seventh pin, V positive, V plus, and the fourth pin V minus, and across the sixth pin we used to take the output. We used to take the output across the sixth pin. So out of 8 pins we are having, this 2, 3, 4, 7 and 6 are very important. What are the names given to those terminals are also important. For example, here this inverting, it is to be marked as negative, minus, and this non-inverting terminal will be marked as positive. Non-inverting terminal will be marked as positive and the inverting terminal will be marked as negative, and right, and the V plus and V minus represents the supply terminals. Whatever the voltage supply, whether it is plus 15 volts or minus 15 volts or within the range of some 0 to 15 volts, whatever the supply we are going to give, that will be given across this fourth pin and seventh pin, and whatever the output is available, that will be taken across the sixth pin. Now coming to its open loop gain, it is going to have very high open loop gain. The op amp is going to have very high open loop gain. It will be in the order of some 25k thousand to the less than or equals to the 500,000. And also it is going to have high input impedance, which will be in the order of impedance Z. the impedance Z input impedance will be very high, which will be in the order of some greater than or equal to 500 kilo ohms and less than 10 mega ohm, and it is going to have very low output impedance. The R0, the output impedance will be low. It will be in the range of R0 will be greater than or equal to 25 ohms and less than 100 ohm. So these 3 points are very important with respect to the operational amplifier and this circuit symbol. I repeat again, 2 represents inverting terminal, 3 represents non-inverting terminal, 4 V minus, 7 V plus and 6 represents the output. It is going to have high open loop gain, high input impedance and low output impedance, right? So these are the important points to be taken down. Coming to the power supply connection, as we discussed earlier, for this V positive 7th pin we have given V positive plus 15 volts will be connected, and for the 4th pin V minus 15 volts will be connected, and of these two power supplies common point you can connect it to the ground. You can connect it to the ground on common terminal can be taken out of the two power supplies at one common point, right? So there you used to make it the connection to the ground. So here V positive and V minus represents the power supply terminals which are connected to the two DC voltage sources, right? And typically the voltage will range within the range plus or minus 5 volts to plus or minus 22 volt. This will be the range of the power supply to be given, right? And most of the some op amps have a ground, and most of the op amps will not have the ground. The here in this context the ground is nothing but simply the convenient point on the circuit breadboard to which the op amp is connected through the power supplies, and the common point of the two supplies must be grounded. Otherwise what happens is twice the supply voltage will get applied and it is going to damage the op amp, right? As much as possible it is to be grounded. In case if the common point of two supplies must be grounded, otherwise it is going to supply twice the supply voltage will be get applied and it is going to damage the op amp, right? So this is what all about the power supply connections. This is the pin diagram, circuit symbol and its applications, and all those things are covered. Thank you.